Hey guys, what's going on? Back in with another Zombies video, and this one's going to discuss the Vanguard main Easter egg quest that's supposed to be coming, Season 1 of Vanguard. The game released a couple days ago, and there's no Easter egg quest right now, but basically you teleport to different maps and you do different objectives. A little bit similar, and that's why I have it on the screen, to the Tortured Path, the zombies mode that was in, or DLC basically, that was in World War II Zombies in 2017. So it made me think about, and then even after reading some of the feedback that the big zombie YouTubers have, their thoughts on it, and it made me start realizing, and again, I do this mainly for the devs. I used to kind of force feed answers to zombie YouTubers, but the devs, I guess, are always looking for feedback or ideas for future DLCs, or maybe to fix stuff, or improve on things, or maybe make things differently. So it made me start thinking, after reading the negative feedback from big zombie YouTubers, that I think a lot of them are missing out on the experience of what it's like to play in public lobbies. There's a lot of fun and camaraderie that goes into playing in public lobbies. I know in the past it's kind of difficult because you get that one guy that's either like AFK, or just is really bad at zombies, and maybe they go down on like round one or two. But then again, and I'm going to kind of jump all over the place, but it should all make sense to you. And it also made me start thinking of Cameron Dayton, what Sledgehammer Games did in the Tortured Path, where I was trying to find an article, so it should be out there somewhere, and I looked at a couple of things. But when Tortured Path was released, it was a public lobby exclusive, the Easter egg. During the Easter egg chase, a lot of the zombie YouTubers went into solos and private lobbies and tried to complete the Easter eggs there. But it turns out that you could only have completed the main Easter egg quest in public lobby. So it made me start thinking and appreciating Cameron Dayton and Sledgehammer back then, that maybe they were right. Maybe they were onto something. I know back then, Outbreak, Onslaught, and Vanguard probably wasn't even a thought in their mind. But it made me start realizing that, like, maybe public lobbies is the best way to go, because it kind of rewards you with playing with different people, different skill levels. It's more enjoyable. You get to meet people. It can actually be more fun, and it's something that I think the zombie YouTubers are missing out on. I think if you just look at the basics or just simplify it, if you get four negative toxic people all in one game, because a lot of them team up against each other, and a lot of the big zombie YouTubers are big channels, but they're all negative and toxic and whatever. But you get all four of them in one stream, one lobby, and the outcome or feedback is has a greater chance of being negative and toxic. Whereas if you maybe separate them, I know you can't force them to separate, but if you get the general public, let's say, to go into public lobbies and just do, um, play the game, maybe do high round, do the Easter egg quest, it's going to be more enjoyable than just maybe playing with the same people, and you influence each other on, your thought, if you're negative and toxic, or two of them. And this is all done through psychological studies, that if it's shown that if you get three negative people in one group or in a room, the chances are the fourth person's not doesn't want to feel different or left out or the oddball, so they're going to become negative and toxic. And probably the same thing with two versus two. If you get two negative people, chances are they're going to try and convince the other two people to be negative and toxic. So it made me think again, like, maybe it is the best idea to do the Darren Fang main Easter egg and lock it in public lobbies only, kind of what Tortured Path does. And it's going to have a good reasoning too, because I think it's all going to make sense and kind of jive together if everyone does it in public lobbies, because it's going to almost, in a way, pay homage or respects to the Tortured Path. Because and this is why I picked this article, is it has the same windmill in there, so it would probably make sense and be the smart thing to do if they follow suit what Cameron Day and Sledgehammer Games did and just lock it in public lobbies. Because you're gonna meet the experience that you get in public lobbies is a million times better, or can be better than when you do it with friends. Depending who your friends are, if you get good, nice, happy, you know, teammates or friends, it's going to be a good experience. Um, but and then on the other hand, people are going to try and do it solo. They're not going to be able to complete it. And then, or they maybe just have one or two other friends, and they're going to try and do the Easter egg quest, and it's not going to work out. It's going to be tough and difficult. And probably the same thing with zombie YouTubers. You're going to probably now be forced to, in a good way, do it in public lobbies where you can probably learn stuff from other people. Because I've said it before, and it's no secret that big zombie YouTubers and zombie YouTubers altogether and content creators, they're not the best at pretty much any of the games. I don't know if there's any zombie YouTuber that you can say that they're that hands down the best zombie YouTuber, uh, or the best zombie player altogether. I know there's tournaments and stuff like that, but they're usually not. If they win first place in those zombie tournaments or whatever, or contests, um, they're not, more than likely, not one of the big 3 or 4 or 5 zombie YouTubers, just a small to moderate zombie YouTuber. But again, it made me really appreciate Cameron Dayton and what they did with the Tortured Path. But again, I was looking through articles trying to find where it says that it was public lobbies only, because I remember it specifically being in public lobbies. I don't know if they patched it after that. I don't know if people were like hacking or doing necessarily, if it was kind of the reasoning that they were doing like glitches and stuff like that, and maybe beating the Easter egg quest that way, or maybe data mining. Maybe it's something that they want you to do it in the public lobby so you can't data mine. But it would work out perfectly, ironically enough, that if they do it in public lobbies only, that you're gonna, again, and I hate to keep going around in circles, but you're going to get a better experience, because that's what's happening in Vanguard. Vanguard isn't bad if you're playing in public lobbies. Yeah, if you're in there by yourself, unless you want to grind and you don't mind that you're grinding weapons and camos, then it's fine. But if you're trying to like play to have a fun experience, nothing's ever going to beat playing with other people, or playing in a public lobby, because it's kind of like, and I've mentioned this before, it's like Spec Ops in a way, where you all have to just log in, or load in, and then you complete a mission together. There's an objective, and there's people who love Modern Warfare Spec Ops, that like you load in, you know what you have to do, you just kind of fight, and they don't really complain about anything. And I think the best way to kind of do away with the negative feedback is, people have to learn that, like, it's like playing basketball by yourself, shooting on the hoop. If you tell somebody, hey, go play basketball on a hoop by yourself, you're gonna have a bad experience. But if you play 3-on-3, 4-on-4, and everybody's on the same skill level, everybody's just having fun, or you have better teammates, they're gonna help you along the way. Again, that are not negative or toxic, you're gonna have a good experience either playing any sport, baseball or football, and stuff like that. And it's sad that you have to say that, but again, you think about baseball, and zombies kind of is like a team game when you think about it. Is you're gonna have a way better experience doing a lot of things if you end up doing it in a pub. I mean, so this made me start thinking again that that's probably the best idea. And again, being that it is supposed to mimic or pay homage or respects the Tortured Path, Sledgehammer's uh, game from a couple years ago, that I don't see why they wouldn't lock it in the public lobby, because you are, and I wouldn't make it as difficult, because I was reading the steps. I honestly wouldn't make it as difficult as this, where you have to like find parts in like 10 different spots, and then you have to find 10 different parts in 10 different spots, so that's like 100 spots you have to look. I would probably just have it where maybe you travel to every location, and then maybe you have to complete every objective in that location, would be probably the best thing, I think. I mean, yeah, you probably want to look for stuff and maybe build a wonder weapon, but like, why not have it where you go to Shinonuma and you have to do all the objectives, one after the other. Then you go to, Paris, and then you do the Hotel Royale in Paris, then you do all the objectives all in one location. Make it a little bit difficult. Maybe you have to like build something, or maybe I don't know, like put some parts together, maybe do a couple of steps along the way. Instead of just going to one location and doing one thing, maybe one location and completing the 3 different objectives. So again, I was reading the Tortured Path, and there's a lot of steps. You literally have to find an arm, 2 legs, and a body, or 2 arms, 2 legs, and a body in all these different spots. I don't know if I would necessarily make it this difficult. Then you got to build the zombie on the windmill. You have to charge him with the lightning bolt, stuff like that. I mean, that'd be cool. And I'm sure, like I said, when you go to public lobbies, people are going to be at first you're going to be intimidated, but there's some really good people that play in public lobbies. So I'm wondering if that's the route that they would go or they should go. Again, it would make the perfect sense. You know, it could harken back to the Tortured Path, how it was in public lobbies only. But I'm going to wrap it up there. Again, I really hope it's something that they do, or I even mentioned it on Twitter. I said, why not have it where you reward people that play in public lobbies? Like, I know Onslaught did some stuff like that where you can get weapons and stuff in public lobbies only. Why not do that where it kind of forces you to get that good experience of like, you know, playing with other people and the enjoyment and fun of meeting people online and stuff like that. It would be kind of cool. You know, you get maybe some weapons unlocked, maybe some camos, special camos unlocked for public lobbies, or skins, or calling cards or emblems. Anyways, I kind of think, or it's looking like that's what they might do. If anything, it's probably what they should do. It just give us some more public lobby, or reward the people that play in public lobbies. Because again, if you're playing solos or duos in a private lobby with your friend, you're not gonna get the same experience. I hate to say it. Anyways, I'll see you guys later. Thanks.